to the one who knows how. Desire alone is not enough. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. Autobots, roll out! We cannot let the humans pay for our mistakes! Autobots! Reap the whirlwind! One shall stand, one shall fall.
There's no chat updates for me.
No chat updates for you. You're live now, Jesse. Hello,
Oh,
everybody.
hi.
Hopefully you can hear us. No, they can't hear me, but they can hear you. Oh, no, not this
Me.
again. You will just have to talk a minute. I
They
know why.
hear
There we
who
go.
exactly?
They can
Hello
hear you now.
everyone. Can you
Hello,
hear us
hello.
all?
They can hear me now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first stream of the year, and the last time we saw you was before Christmas. Why am I so quiet? I should be better now. Welcome. Hope everybody had a lovely Christmas and good Happy New Year to everyone. I know that's quite late. We're in February now, but this is our first stream, so that's our excuse. But I'm joined with who's gonna go first and introduce themselves and pick something.
I'll go last.
Go last.
Yeah, dibs.
So it's
I
you,
call dibs.
Yanis. I'm just picking Yanis
Right.
out.
Introduction. It's not introduction. Hi everyone. Hope you had a good break. It's been a while. I missed like the last two streams. I think the previous year before because I was on holiday or something busy on other stuff. But yeah, it's good. Good to be back. I hope everyone.
Oh no. I think I pressed something and I can't hear anybody now. So I just pressed something and I don't know what I pressed, if I'm honest with you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can not hear any of you guys now, so just give me 1 second. I know what I did. There we go. Hello? There we go. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I pressed there, but I will blame the chat for telling me that I was quiet and I was trying to make my voice louder. But anyway, over to you, Yanis. Sorry about that. Cool. Vivek, over to you. uh, uh, oh my god.
Last time like 5 times. Jerry, hi. Then Jesus Prime. Oh, no, that's Josu Prime. Hello. Yeah, just hello to 80 people that are watching.
Well, apparently everyone is muted except for Dale, so no one can hear us. So anything we said.
No, I
So it's
fixed
either
it.
Dale's muted or we're muted.
Vivek is back.
Look,
Ah.
look. I'm giving you guys hell today because you've given me hell with this research lot thing. So you're gonna just have to deal with it for just now. Now we're good. Okay. Right, now I've annoyed everybody. We can move on to some Q&A in just a sec. But I want to do some shout-outs as well. I'm not going to touch any more settings. Figo Sparky's saying, Dale with the revenge. Now the sound is good. Good, see? Now we're over that. Sorry
Back to
about
normal.
that. Now I'm going to do some shout-outs. So Grim says, this is awkward. We can't... yeah, I fixed that. Thank you, Grim. The Thunderbot say, now the sound is good. Jet is saying, "Why am I talking through a tube? I hope I don't sound that bad." Somebody's saying, "Don't become a DJ." No, I won't. I will not become a DJ. Only question now is, when is the 5-star batch getting released? Jesse, I'll let you talk about that.
Yep. So initially we were discussing like when to release it because we had quite a lot of content to release, but
Jesse,
since,
I'll let
it's been pretty much done for a while, you can expect it next week. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
It's
we're
gonna be from
gonna
next week.
talk about it in this stream alongside a lot of other things. We have to show like the event. We have to show the new 5-star bot, the new combat that's gonna be available tomorrow onwards. Gonna talk about the new legacy bot that Dale wants to talk, which is the improvement he has done on hover and drift. And we're also gonna show a little bit more of the new UI changes we started showing like in the previous stream, and of course Q&A. So it's gonna be a really, really packed stream. And I'll just let's get on with the event, I think, before so we can give us time to do everything else.
I'm gonna let
Um,
you take the event while I just fix my microphone.
Don't mute me.
I will not mute you.
So I have to say the same thing twice. All right, so the Nemesis event, it's a chance, not a chance, you can win an 4-star. Time guaranteed. And there's of course gonna be other kind of like result, rewards. So you're gonna get 2,000 5-star combat start, 200 premium combat chips, 650,000 combat spark, 300,000 spark, 6,000 4-star starts, and 100,000 premium, 100,000 premium starts, which is the same thing as a premium. Um, Oh, I dropped again. Thanks, Dale. Uh, I don't know why. I think
Mini
the
show
art might
nose
be
cone minion.
different.
It's gonna be walking around on the battlefield. That's
Nose
Nemesis.
cone, cool. All right.
So yeah, it's a bit different than the
I don't know
usual. We're
why.
trying
I think
to.
the
I
Minish
art
know a
might
lot of
nose
be.
cone
people
minion.
didn't like the chance event because you could play up to 50k. You get good rewards, but you couldn't get the 4-star combat. So this time we have put it there. I know a lot of people are saying like, why is it higher than the bot? The So the bots on the endurance is like a 37k. This is a 50k.
Hmm.
Board anymore. So that's why we devalue the 4-star, and it's easier to get on the combat side. 4-stars are still play a big role at deal like later on when you can get them from the buds. It's a kind of different mechanic. We are experimenting with this event. We might change it in the future. This one we think like it's 50k, but you have a good chance of getting a lot of other rewards, and of course you're gonna get the 4-star combat. So that's it.
So when we get to 50k,
Yeah.
we're getting the whole combat.
So you're gonna
standard.
get the 4-star combat for the first time guaranteed, plus all the other rewards on the way if you do it.
Cool.
And so that's the test we're doing. We might, try to improve on top of it in future events. So we'll see how it goes.
Cool.
So
Is
yeah,
this
that's
event
the event.
uncapped? Can we do more than 50k? I think that's more
No,
for
it's
higher.
50k. I think it's not uncapped. So 50k you stop the event.
Cool. All right. Let's see if we have any questions. Release the 5-star combat immediately. Yeah. Is there a reason why we delay the 5-star? Would we ever see a 5-star combat get released in the event and straight into
In
the
the
batch?
future, probably maybe. I mean, we didn't used to give a 5-star bot. We don't have as many combats, and even then, 4-stars can play an important role. depending on the functionality of the combat, if a 4-star could be as important as the 5-star because they have total different functionalities. When bots, like when you have all the 5-stars, you're not gonna a lot of times care on the 4-star unless you start making the 4-star as good as the 5-stars. Combats are as important because even if you don't want it for your main bot, for example, because I'm like I only got 5-stars, you can put it on other bots. You still play a role. You can put a defense. So it's always been like that. I'm not saying in the future it's not gonna change. It might change, but at the moment we think a 4-star still is important. And I mean, there's no other reward. And of course, it's like anyone can participate or not participate. It's up to
Yeah.
you. If you don't think the 4-star is important for you, you can go and get as many 5-star combat sparks, whatever stars, and then wait until it becomes a 5-star.
Mm.
So that like it's always, play as much as you want.
I think King Grimlock is saying they don't work on defense.
Well,
Well,
we have a
well.
change there. Apparently,
Have we fixed that change? So can
Vivek has made
What?
a bit of a hack. Not, yeah,
a hack? Oh, so
or
it's not gonna work.
it's gonna work from
Okay.
now on. So we are gonna get Mill to work on defense, OS they never did because it was never designed, but we found a way that we can actually make it apply on defense. Vivek, you can just take this.
Right. It was a bit it's a bit messy, so I had to go through all the melee bots and make sure the animations don't break. So now you can equip combats on melee bots and see that they will use the combat and they will use the passive. So if you have Bust Strike on a defense, then he will do the massive, sword strike that he does, which he didn't before. Before the bot would just switch to fist fighting and wouldn't do as much damage. So it's a big change. There's a lot of melee bots. So right now it's under QA testing. We need to make sure that, things don't randomly just bug out because when we release it will fix every single melee bot. And that's a huge number. I think there's about 70. I was making a list. But when it's out, I hope it changes quite a few things with how people play, makes your melee combats viable on defense. And hopefully we can see more excitement for melee bots coming this year. Melee combats coming this year.
Cool. Nice one. So that is a answer for you. What else? Cool. Will they be only one defense or both offense and defense?
The problem was always when you were to fight some other bot. So
Both
offense
offense
on
and
defense,
defense.
it was the same thing. Like if you were to attack a building or that, the mills will work. If you were to fight a bot on the mill, then it wouldn't work.
Right.
Now it will work either like against output bot or as an output bot, it will still work.
Cool.
It's made both things powerful on both sides. It's not just good on defense. Right now, if you have a melee bot who has a melee combat and they encounter an outpost bot, they will forget about the combat and they'll just start fist fighting. So now they will use the combat to fight other bots as well. So it's a change on both sides. It's good for both attackers and defense.
Cool, nice. And then what's going on with 5-star weapons? I know we've got lots to get through, so we'll have 2 more minutes of questions. What's going on with 5-star weapons at the moment? Because they're going into the store, and then what happens? Because I know we've already explained this, but not many people kind of know
At the moment they're gonna
timeline with
go.
them.
At the moment they're gonna go in the store, and we'll see in the future what happens to them. But the plan is at the moment to go in the store. At some point, you will be able to get them through probably 5-star combat start, but there will be some delays always. But there will always be a way for anyone to acquire some of these items through means of currency without having to spend for them.
Cool. Nice. My question is, when is the new 5-star batch coming out? I think we've already answered that,
We
right,
already
Jesse?
said it.
Yeah,
It
next
was
week,
next
right?
week. Yeah,
Next week
Yeah.
it's coming next week, so that's going to be quite cool. And then let's talk about obviously some things have happened in Transformers Earth Wars in the past 2 weeks, which has been quite unavoidable for some of us. What happened? The price, 15,000 cybercoins. I think from players' point of view, they're a bit disappointed with that price. I know we've altered the price, But how did we even come up with that price in the
So
the
that
first?
was a mistake. There's no like ways to do it. Like the way we came from that price was we said like, what is the price of 2 bots that you can skip the research when you put them in the research lab, which is around 7,800 if you try to upgrade the research of the level 60 bot. So we said like, because we are taking you have one more slot, so you have less reason to skip or use items, then we set the price to that. And that was done by me and Vivek, because that's why we said like, how can we balance it without changing. The mistake we did was we didn't go and check, what is 50K, which was a lot of problems, a lot of what players correctly point out. What is 50K cybercoin in actual real money, which is at that point it becomes like obscene, like it's too much. Even 5,000, I guess, for a lot of them is. But yeah, that was like we should have done a better thing in a way. Because if a lot of the prices are, cyber coins, and then you lose that. I mean, like Hyro, that's why Hyro does a lot of the economy, because he understands more about, the pricing and stuff. So we should have done better, kind of like in that case where we understood, like, what we're asking for a player to spend on top of that. It's always a spend, which is also what annoyed a lot of players. Why is this, premium instead of, as it was like the Energon? The thing, like, I mean, in reality, what it is like, this is one of annoying part of the games, but this has been designed to be a pinch point for the game. Like, you know, you know, you have a lot of research bots, you want to quick them, you either have to skip them or you have to use an item on the battle pass. So we keep giving like, more research slots, take this away. And of course that drops, the monetization of the game, which can have effect in the longevity of the game. So after a point, like, we can unfortunately keep giving it for free, because it can impact the game and the longevity of it. So there will be a pricing, but the pricing was too high. And even now might be a lot of that, but it's not something that, affects players' enjoyment in the game after a point. Like, it's, I mean, it's annoying. People have so many bots, but at the same time, like, if you prioritize the bots you want and the bots you will be more useful, you can still play the game on a high level without having the extra slot. So if we can put some kind of monetization there, that's where sometimes good to put stuff like that. But I mean, it is a free-to-play game. Like however you cut it, like if you don't like have some revenue coming in, the game is gonna die. Like, so, like we have made a lot of changes over the year where we discounted stuff, where we just make it now, you don't have to spend thousands with the possibility of getting a bot. You can guarantee getting something, all that impacts. But we try to get like, we don't want to remove this. I know like a lot of people giving feedback, like, why is there a cooldown when you go into war? Like, it's so quicker if you just like, finish the whole thing and just attack that. All that, like cybercoins, I know it's like saying like cash grab, but at the same time is what keeps the game going. Like, you remove a lot of this stuff in order to make the game more accessible and more fun for the players, but then we don't know what's going to happen to the game. We're trying to keep it. It's not like we put it in and expect like we're going to make so much money now. It's not that's a thought. Like, we want to, some people were asking it. We were only willing after a point to put it with a premium. The premium cost was wrong. We should have like communicated first and get people's reaction before pushing it. We have refunded everyone that actually, already unlocked the slots with the change, and we will do better. But unfortunately, monetization will still be part of the game. Like, if we wanted to, survive for another 2 or 3 or how many years.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would love that the game was like, didn't ask for people to spend anything anymore. But then, I mean, we'll all go do something else, and you guys can go play some other game. It's really hard when it comes to like, putting more monetization things like cash grab, something. I mean, people can think, what they feel, but at the end of the day, it's like, we are here to just try to keep this game healthy and keep going for years.
Cool. And I know you've just mentioned about refunds. We're actually going to action those refunds tomorrow, just because the update has now gone live. I believe. I think we've gone live.
I don't think it's live yet. It's probably gonna be live in maybe the next hour. Because
Next
Hyro
hour.
is still working on something. I don't know. It's gonna be
Cool.
when that's coming.
Yeah,
After
but
that,
that's the reason
tomorrow.
why we haven't sent refunds yet, is
Yeah.
because it's still at the price of 15,000. So if you go into the game, it's still 15,000.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure that we do refund absolutely everybody who has purchased it. So even if you purchased it day one of the change, you'll still get a refund. So no worries about that at all. Cool. I think we can
Shall
move on
we?
from that topic. I think you
Cool.
have explained a lot about that topic, but let's go into the 5-star batch, which a big, massive
Are we
thank
doing
you.
5-star bats first? I was going
Yeah.
for
Okay.
anyway.
Oh,
I mean,
combat. Yeah, combat.
which
Whichever
one
you,
do you...
well, whichever you're
Depends which...
ready for, Jesse.
I
Whichever
mean,
you're ready
NRX is
for.
NRX is right there, so
Let's
we
do
can
it then.
talk about that.
Sure.
Yeah, so
Over
yep.
to you.
All right, so yep, NRX is and Fireglide, new melee combat's coming out. So one thing I want to say first is that this is actually not going to be able to be equipped by warriors because it's going to be reasonless. So melee bots are going to be equipping it. So the way NRX works is that he gives a standard health increase, but also he sees bonus healing from sources. So like Micronus or other healing cores or just general healing abilities. It'll get extra healing than compared to other bots if it has it equipped. And that goes in tandem with its other ability, which if it takes damage from, elemental damage from elemental attacks of any kind, it also get a boosted attack. So the way it was designed is that, it will take damage and will be able to take more damage, and due to taking so much damage, it will be able to do more attacks. So it's something that can work on offense as well as defense because it has great survivability and it's a war for that survivability by doing greater damage. So it can be a threat on both defenses and enemy bots. And it doesn't stop from there because it has an on-death effect. So it will transform into a minion similar to more like Air Razor. And the NRX minion will be able to inherit all the weapon form effects. So the minion will also get the additional healing as well as the additional damage if it takes elemental damage. So essentially, it's a case of it will keep fighting to like essentially the very end. So always be a constant presence on the battlefield, or at least a very long presence on the battlefield.
Cool.
And
I'm
again,
just going to read the tooltip, Jesse, because I think it is a bit small for people. So this 32% increased health, grants additional healing, 20% from all sources, as well as 20% DPS when the bot takes elemental damage. Upon death, turns into a minion with 12,000 health and inherits the effects of the weapon form, which is very nice. Jesse, it's given a bit of everything. It is for melee specials, right? Only.
Yeah, because like
Cool.
when I was working with the play testers, figuring it out, like we were testing it on a lot of the good warriors such as Pipes. And we found out rather quickly that it's really just makes him immortal, even and immortal, like just essentially makes him immortal. So it's like, we like the boost it gives in like health, and we didn't really think it would be well balanced or fair if we just had gay warriors this, because like people are just gonna rush to put on someone like Pipes, and next thing you know, like he can't kill Pipes, and it will just really slow down the game and just make it a tedious experience. So we took the decision of, you know what, this would be really good on melee bots because it will make melee specials on par with warriors in terms of health and survivability. So it's kind of like a sense of you can think of it as a sense of subclassing in a sense. So like taking special bots with melee and making them more warrior oriented. So again, high health and high DPS means potentially really good outpost bot as well as just an attacking bot.
So you can only equip it on special meal
Yeah.
bots instead of tanks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay.
Cool. So
Any
when it
questions from me?
takes acid damage, it's gonna get the DPS increase.
Yes.
Or what other elements have we got? Fire.
So acid, fire, and electric. If it takes those damage from those sources.
Okay, and then if we add an element in the future, would it also take those ones?
Yes,
as well?
it would.
Okay.
And add prevalent element also.
Okay.
And I think that increases when you level up is a health boost and the
Yeah.
health of the bot And that's the difference between the star ratings, I assume.
So yeah, so the health boost it refers to like how much health the bot has, and the health refers to the health the minion has.
Yeah. We don't actually specify in the tooltip what is Enerax's DPS as a minion. Tooltip only specify its health. That's a good point.
That's
I
a
think. Yeah, we can definitely note that down for later, Jesse. That is a good spot
yeah, I'll
from the
definitely
Thunderbolt.
have that clarified. Yeah.
Nice. Let's see it in battle then, Jesse. And I'll just throw questions at you if we get any questions about the combat. So we're going to take this into battle now.
Of course, of course.
No
I
worries.
don't know which one it is.
This is a QA branch, so I'm not sure if the challenge battles are here.
Okay. We might get something that we shouldn't be having. So let's see. Just try our luck. But yeah, I think we covered it enough.
Yeah, Yun Kun Lee makes a good comment here. We actually specify that we've got water in the game, but it's not an element, is it, right now? Considered
Well,
as an element.
well, not right now, but because like it's only exclusive to one bot, and that bot's a combiner.
No,
But like we do want
I think
to.
bot has it as well.
Hmm?
I think there is one bot that has it as well, other than a combiner. But
I
it will not
mean,
increase from water, is I guess the.
yeah, it's not water. I know there's a comet which has a water-based attack,
Hmm.
but like it doesn't have the water effects. So we are
yeah.
looking to expand the use of water in the game with like future bots, and maybe revisit like old combat and give them that water treatment, because we're making water more prevalent thing in the game. So again,
Fortunately, we're not gonna see demo this because I can't find the thing. But there will be a challenge battle. Probably like YouTubers probably gonna have gonna show a little bit more about it. But yeah, we have a lot of content, and I can't find the challenge battle. Take it. And I can
yeah,
probably a quick.
yeah, you can equip the bot. I mean the combat, and maybe take on this really badly. Well, I kind of screwed up with the base design, but still base.
All right,
That's fine.
time to
Well,
talk about Huffer.
yeah, I mean we can talk about Huffer. Well, what has changed with Huffer? Well, I actually think he's going to be healing more now, so please do not think he heals this amount because he's actually got the combat on, which increases the healing to him. So he's actually got, what is it, a 20% healing increase on him? Yeah.
32 increased health and additional, I think.
Yeah, so he's also going to take some healing increase here, but we have two turrets now, so we've got one turret that does damage. It's not AB11, so we're not actually going to see the cool stuff,
I
unfortunately.
mean, I'm not gonna see much because I'm probably gonna get wiped.
Yeah, he's gonna get
That's the
whacked.
hard
So
bit.
let's see. He's gonna have to put the healing turret down. So we actually have two abilities now, a little bit like Will. You can drop down a healing turret, which is 3+2, and you can also put down a damage turret, which is 3+2 as well. So he's gets two turrets, one that can heal your team, and one that can do
And we
damage
have
to
Chromia
the
that
enemy.
gets up here.
Nice. All of this is it. This is Yanis when he plays wars. He gets stunned and then he rage quits the battle and.
Trying to demo here, and I have Chromia, which is gonna stun everyone for 30 seconds. So yeah,
Obviously, when I lose wars, I just like have to take like a good like hour just like to recoup. It's like, okay, I gotta give him a minute because I'm gonna
Oh.
throw my phone.
Oh, we've got something funky there. We'll just give Yanis a minute to reload the battle if that's what you're doing. So yes, Huffer has had a change. So we basically just give him does two special buttons when we get his AB11. So he always has two turrets now. He has a heal turret and a damage turret. When you go to AB11 for the damage turret, it will add glass gas to the targets around it, and if you do the heal, it gives a Huffer a bit of a damage decrease. So that is pretty cool. We'll be able to show it in just a tick. Val saying, now, if devs actually played the game, they'd be familiar with second pop-in, so Chromia is no the issue. Well, we're doing this on the fly. We're doing this on the fly.
Thanks for the feedback for the chat.
I mean, didn't you win? We had a Transformers Earth Wars, hardest base, and only you in the company won, right? I think you can brag about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if I had Combiner, if we were not actually doing this to demo it, then yeah. But yeah, like we need to get better at playing the game for sure.
Yeah. Wildy Dice says, will there be a new interface or is this just an announcement? No, there will be. We're going to talk about that in about 15 minutes or so of what more things we've done since
Right.
Christmas. But here we're back. So this is only AB10, so you're not going to see the glass gas on the damage turret, and he's also not going to get his damage decrease, but you can use the healing turret. That's going to heal Huffer or anybody on his team. It's going to heal Huffer here because he's the only one on the battlefield. And he's going to get a nice heal from that heal turret, which is going to be quite cool. Nice. Are we going to put a damage turret down, Yanis? Are we going to do some destruction? So all about positioning with the damage turret because it will go for the closest
Hello.
target. No, did I break the game or did you break the game?
I think you broke the game,
I
Dave.
broke the
Broke
game.
Something.
I broke the game. Well, it doesn't do that in testing. So do I need to open up my Unity and demonstrate this? Probably.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I'll let you know what
If you-
actually broke when I find
Okay.
out. But yeah, maybe we should talk about the 5-star badge.
Over to you,
All
Jesse.
right. Normally, that 5-star batch would be on screen, so I'm just gonna talk about it essentially from the top, and I'll start with Brawn and Full Tilt. So, Brawn and Full Tilt, they have an ability which, essentially rewards players who use EMP, but one of the major issues I heard about was that, it's really hard to actually combo with the EMP because, he's prone to getting stunned, and once he's stunned for a while, the EMP is gone and he can't combo the ability. So what's been done is that after you use the ability, you get some stun immunity, and this changes based on the star level. So,
Are you sharing your
uh,
screen? I don't
I
see
will.
anything.
oh,
No,
Ah.
I'm not showing anything yet.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you was
Yeah.
showing us something. I apologize. Carry on.
so yeah, I'm just talking about it. Don't worry, guys, it's really cool.
I mean, that's how we
Yes.
usually talk
Yeah.
about them.
So again, the stun immunity duration changes to be a star level. So 2-star, you get 3 seconds of stun immunity. 3-star, 6 seconds, then 9 seconds, and then 12 seconds, which, as you go down, you get more time to, reliably combo with the ability with other electric or EMP based abilities or attacks. And also we reduced the cost also, as well as we made the EMP bounce twice, so it can bounce off 2 targets. So you can do potentially double the damage if you play well enough. So that is Brawn and Full Tilt. Next is Aerial Skiller. Don't worry, I'm just looking at my notes quickly. And Aerial Skiller, it's more a case of quality of life instead of like, huge sweeping changes. So, cost decrease, so it was 5 plus 0, but now it's 4 plus 0. As well as the beacon and the damage boost it gives. 5-star gives a 40% damage boost as well as damage absorption. And all the other star levels is just 30%, but since a 5-star is like it gets extra love. But all the star levels do get a 20% like bigger radius, so your Death Kiss beacon and effective range, it's been boosted across all the star levels, so your bots can afford to be a little bit further away and still get the boost in
Right.
damage as well as damage absorption.
There we go.
And we're back. We are
Ah.
back.
We're stealing Waz's account again.
Oh no.
Well,
None of
guess
the
I will
text
just
are
talk about.
here. Yeah, talk about it. Sorry.
All right, so Oceanus is fighting for his life with the Unity. I'll move on to Inferno and Rodimus Unicorns. So, a very popular bot in the community. And very popular bot, so it's very popular treatment. So for the 5-star, we gave it, so initially it gives a 40% ability boost, but then EV11 gives a 50% ability boost. And on top of that, we gave it a little bit of a 30% health boost because, it's a real squishy guy. So we thought, let's make him slightly less squishy. So that, I mean, not much needs to be done for Inferno Rodimus because it was a very good bot as it was. So very minor things. But something that needed some TLC was Tycho and Waspinator. So in playtest, it was a lot of comparisons to something like Swoop, because Swoop is just generally a good bot that does huge damage to a single target. So there are a couple of things which you've done. So we gave it a cost decrease, so from 7+4 to 5+3. We also bumped up its slowdown effect from 25% slowdown to 45% slowdown, as well as gave it a really big ability damage increase. So we gave it 50% damage increase. So essentially, it can take out quite a lot potentially if you use it at the right time, like, and can be really good against clusters because it just slows them down and then just straight up just murders them potentially. So again, we gave this bot quite a lot of love because we just wanted to be like, okay, we want to be like Swoop, but I want Paul be better than Swoop. Because a thing that's said is like new content should be better than old content, but doesn't mean old content should be like left in the dust.
Okay.
Uh,
Leon.
are you
That's
on?
your
Is
opinion.
it looks much better.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, and the tooltip's accurate.
Cool.
Which is good. So the Finder
Well,
bot, sorry, I should talk about Finder bot, the community vote, which is Woe and Sea Phantom. So immediately noticing is like, wait, both Woe and Sea Phantom, they have slightly different abilities. Woe's has a flamethrower, and Sea Phantom has an acid thrower, which is like that's not meant to be, right? So I mean, I want to keep both elements of that because I didn't want to just get rid of one. So what I did is I looked into guided missiles and turned it into fire damage instead. So, it retains the element of Well's flamethrower. And then I just gave both Well and Sea Phantom the acid throwers. So both the fire and acid elements are still there. And obviously you can potentially combo with fire and acid and get even greater damage.
That's really
But
cool. That's a really nice compromise, to be honest. But I think that just echoes what the playtesters were saying about the batch as well, Jesse. That this has just been a very, very good batch, very well
I
managed.
mean,
I mean, you don't have to listen to us, by the way. Check out the content creators. I hope that they like the batch. They've had a good input with it. Same with the playtesters as well.
yeah, I mean, some of the content creators are the playtesters, so I worked very closely with them. There was a lot of back and forth of what could work and what couldn't work, a more experimentation, sometimes saying, oh, this was really great, sometimes saying, no, go back immediately, this is horrible. But that's just the way it is. And again, I would not be able to have created such a great batch without them, so very thankful to them. There's still some more things which I want to talk about. Overhaul and Sea Phantom, particularly with acid thrower. So it had a shorter range, meaning that it couldn't
Who?
it couldn't
Will.
so
Where?
well
Okay.
so the acid thrower had a shorter range compared to the fire guided missiles, meaning that it was much harder to combo. And at the end of the day, this is the gunner, so range should be good, but it should also match so you can get the most out of the bot. So what we did is increase the range of the acid throw so it matches the fire guided missiles so you can get forward slightly further. We also gave it a slight damage boost, so got a 9.5% damage boost. And yeah, so now both you can reliably take out something like a build bot with the acid throw ability or with fire guided ability.
I just really like how you can combo both abilities now. Add a bit of acid, a bit of fire, a bit of acid. You can
Yeah,
really
I mean,
keep that
combo
range.
abilities are cool, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, I mean, we
Definitely.
definitely want to expand on the concept more and more as we go through the year and maybe next year. We'll introduce all sorts of bots. Yeah, this is very weird.
I guess which brings us to our question then. Is two bot abilities only restricted to triple changes?
I mean, we already have that.
At this point,
Yeah.
no,
I mean, like you
not
say,
really.
with Will's not a triple changer yet, has two abilities. I think people think two abilities equals triple changer when it's just two abilities are just basically two abilities.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we got kind of like, sorry, you got something originally for triple changers, but the more you run out of triple changers, it's nice to be able to use it at times to, make a bot more special instead of having one ability that by itself might not be as interesting. And that was a decision why we thought like, let's give it to someone else. We don't probably we won't overdo it, but it's nice to have a few that have that. I am gonna do another battle. Is it 20th the first bot?
Hmm.
The boss, I can't remember.
And on topic of triple changes, since now the concept of having dual abilities is open to other bots, we're gonna just like go back to triple changes and think of another way to make them even more unique. I mean, we've talked
Well,
about behind the scenes about potential things, but
I mean,
they still need to
technically,
be
Jesse,
tested.
they're triple changes, so they should have triple abilities, to be honest.
Right, I was gonna say that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
does our new UI support 3 abilities?
No,
If
I'm
Chris
not.
is watching, can we
No,
make sure that's
we
possible?
don't. I was looking at this base that somehow has 3 lead maximum cores, so it's gonna be fun. I don't even know how that's possible. Great bit for you.
3 abilities now.
So there we go.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
So throw some questions. Can you add 6-shot and quick switch and just give them 2 abilities? Fan favorites. Oh, well, we asked you in the survey what bots you want to see come to Transformers Earth Wars. And we need to send that list to the team, but we need a bit more time while everybody fills it out. So please include them in the survey.
We are definitely
Because
reading them. Trust me, we are
Yeah,
definitely reading them.
I'm pretty sure the last. I remember going through my chat with Fabian last year, and we asked for Retgar. Who else? Who else did we ask for? Retgar,
Alpha Trion was a pretty
Alpha
requested bot.
Trion, and
And Blue Streak and Wild
and
Rider, they're also
Blue Streak and
requested.
Wild Rider, and the one coming in 4 weeks. That one.
This part
Do they know?
though,
Do they know?
Yes, I know.
Okay, I was about to say I don't think I can say anything yet.
we
Sorry.
should
Alex.
say something about this part. That it actually gives, and the reason why a lot of people voted for this part was that Will is the last bot of a 5-star combiner.
What does that even mean? Does that mean that we have to do one now?
So that it's definitely being done. It's definitely in the works. There are
Yeah.
things which are
So
being
what we were
tested.
waiting all this time was for people to select the bot that's gonna, be the last one to complete a 5-star combiner. And we didn't want to do it until that point, but now that we're gonna have 5-star combiners coming into the game as we release new 5-star batches. Of course, that's gonna require some work in order.
Yeah.
I know the batch is going out next week. The 5-star combiner is not ready because that requires a new ability.
And some
We are
testing also, just to make it.
testing. We're talking about God Neptune and Ruination. So yeah, this is gonna be the first 5-star combiner alongside Omega Supreme. And what that means is like we're gonna give more 5-star combiners to come through, and that give us a chance to do an improvement on those combiners as it goes through, and because the 5-star ability will allow us to do that change too, plus maybe potentially do a few other tweaks.
But what I'm struggling to comprehend at the moment is Ruination is the best 4-star combiner in the game. Smokes every other combiner in the game. Everybody knows it. So as a 5, I don't even want to think about what this combiner is going to do as a 5-star solo basis. Like, what?
Well, it
We are.
What's the
depends what we
plan?
do with the
What's the
5-star
plan?
ability, right? We don't know
I
yet.
mean, yeah, it's not in stone. I mean, we are aware that it's a very powerful 4-star, so we are going to take a different direction. It doesn't mean it's not going to be a powerful or good like 5-star ability. It's just that it might be more unconventional, which will make it more unique. We're going to
Yeah.
probably look into things, what can I do maybe on defense or as a support, like a really good support ability instead of just like a raw damage ability, because it really does the damage it needs to do. So, but there's other areas which, we can expand Ruination's utility on, which is what we want to look at and explore.
Yeah, like he does the damage he does because of the two pair of the abilities, like pairing the second and the third ability, which makes 40% damage, and then the damage of the other ability. If you combo it, then you do more damage. And all the other combiners don't have that, which is where the big difference of Ruination and everyone else is. That kind of like combination of the abilities. And also why Magna Boss is also was the second strongest is because those are the two that actually were doing this kind of like enhance their own damage in the comparator, because the damage themselves on the last abilities are the same as any other combiner, but having the 40% gives you so much extra, Kahoot. So could be that these things are gonna come to the other combiners where the chances to 5-star. Yes, Ruination is gonna be he's the top. He's gonna be a 5-star. The 5-star build is probably not gonna just add on top of the whole damage that you're already doing, but as Jesse said, gives you some extra things on top. And of course, the buff are gonna increase because it's a 5-star. It's
Yep.
gonna get more damage and health.
Cool. Michael Cooper saying, can you work on Slug and Rampage for the next Legacy project and fix this entire 5-star combiner issue? Well, I put in the survey. Basically, Yanis, what I did was I copied all the 4-star bots and was like, hey, which one do you want reworked? Do you know which one actually won out of all the 4-stars?
Which one?
Cup. Cup won. Apparently, Cup needs a rework to get a 5-star.
Okay.
No, Cup I don't think Cup needs a rework, but hopefully, can you please tell us, will Cup finally get his 5-star sometime soon? Please.
No, I cannot say that. At some point, he will probably get a 5-star, but he's the most challenging one, considering that you can just deploy him wherever you want.
And he gets
He's the
really-
only bot he can do it, and he does that. It's a lot of implications in the game when you have a bot that you can do that. So that's the reason why he's not in the 5-star.
Yeah.
I was thinking of adding an ability to Cup, where he
Where he takes
battles
his team. Yeah, he takes his whole
Where he-
team.
whole team to the HQ, and then he
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Just getting jumped by the entire gang.
We pitched that idea a long time ago, and Yanis wasn't too pleased about that idea.
okay, maybe
I
even
think it's great. Moving your whole team to a certain area. Maybe 2 bots at least.
why stop at 2, but then
Yeah, West.
Turbo the Titan. Turbo the combining, take the whole gang.
Cool.
It's a family
Anyway,
outing.
we've got 14 minutes, and I know our design team, not design team, UI team. Sorry, they will not like me if I say that. We'll be waiting keenly to see our new UI in action on stream. We've already showed you quite a bit before Christmas, the stream that Yanis skipped, and we had Bill, who was amazing. We missed Bill on the stream. Hopefully, he can come on to the next one. Let's talk UI, Yanis. What's changed since we last saw it? And I'm sorry if I've put you on the spot and you're not ready for the UI.
No,
Yanis
that's what I was doing in the background. I was
cool.
changing.
There we go. Wow.
So pretty.
Yeah. So a lot looks the same. I mean, we are working on finishing most of the screens now. There's a lot of bugs still. I think we've done some improvements because we are in the process now, like where we converted everything to kind of like new art. So now we are in position where we can just like let's fix some of the issues that people annoy people. The legibility is one of the main reasons why we do that, but also give us the time to do things that the people complain. One of the biggest complaints people have is what to do with a lot of the cores. Because the conversion, of course, is the most not user-friendly as I can say. So we had Bill, the hero, the legend, that went in. Is like, what if I can stack them?
If he wants to, he'd be smiling so
So
much.
yeah, I mean, this UI looks the same, needs to be improved a bit. But when you go in to convert ones, you don't first of all select like how many of the cores you need to throw in the chip. You can go in here, and then we stack all by kind of like who we have more, and they're stacked by 5 because that's how much you need to do that. And you can just keep selecting how many you want, and then you just well, I just want to get 12 chips, and then you press the button, and that's it. You just got 15, 19 chips. You just destroyed, I don't know how many 100 cores of, and that's it. And the same on the upgrade side. You go in here and you like, all I want to get the silver Jetfire core, but like, oh, I'm gonna select 1, 2, 3. Oh, I only have 9. Let me deselect it. No, they are stuck now by 10. So of course you can select 8, but if you have any 10, you can see them there. You can see exactly what you have from 10 cores, and then you can just press the button and then straight press upgrade, and then it does it. Or you can even do multiples of that. If, for example, we have okay, I have like 10 on ray boosters. You can upgrade two at the same time, and I will give you the ray. This is still bugged, but yeah, I will give you a gold ray booster core. So yeah, like massive improvement in speed in that screen.
That is
Uh,
amazing. People are saying that's a much better improvement on cores. Yes, I mean, to be honest, it's a shame that we haven't got a side by side of me doing it and then you doing it and see if I could beat you. There's no way. No
yeah.
way.
I think, yeah, like, I mean, it was really painful, especially when you had, you lit the limit and you have to go and decrease it. It just was way too painful. I'm just gonna, I don't know if you went into battle, so I'm just gonna go through this. I think a lot of the screens still need uh, some fixing. But yeah, let's go to battle, like a lot more like usability in some of the screens. Um,
Yeah, I think the biggest problem at the moment is battles take too long, Yanis. You know, getting in, getting out, seeing all the
yeah.
XP flowing.
This is part of the remaining things we want to change. I probably don't, we haven't actually done this yet. You can see here the more readability of your minions' abilities, of your targeting. Everything is kind of like more. I didn't know to the end of the battle, but one of the things we're gonna do is like when you destroy the HQ. I can't do this. Right, I can't cheat.
People are asking, get the ark out of the mountain.
Hmm?
Get the ark out the mountain.
No, we're not gonna get the arc out of the mountain. This is a remade arc. So yeah, one of the screens we want to improve is the end of battle screen. We want to give you a summary of that for all the boss that you have. The when you destroy the HQ, when you're on an event and you have all these buildings destroyed, we want to allow you to speed through that sequence. So that's things that need to be done. But we are planning on doing these things. But there's still a bug there. But yeah, just everything is like in upscale, the art, all the menus have just improved, all the screens have changed. Uh, kind of love is what we're still working on, and some of these other aspects. But yeah, information is much better. Usability, the ability to have check what you want to be using. So it's a work in progress, still continuing. And but yeah, I don't know if people have any questions or something they want to see.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah,
see
if
a
I,
yeah, if you want to see a specific screen, just let us know. I mean, it has been a while since we've been here. I guess my question would be, you know, when are we looking time-wise for this coming to the game?
we're trying to, because to be honest, like we do want to start moving on doing other things. A lot of people are saying, we've not added a new game mode, we've not added something new. We have the team now to in order to do something really cool that we've been designing for the past couple of months. We hope that we can release this in a month's time, and we can then straight away like switch and start working on that. But unfortunately, yeah, we need to get this out. It was a lot of work, and it's been like a lot of months of actually, having to go through every screen, every single element in the game, and changing it, and it's just painful. But it's nearly in the end now.
Somebody's saying, can we ever get the health bars that show the total HP above buildings that playtesters get?
No. Unfortunately, I know the one you're saying when you damage a building and you have the health stat,
Mm.
all that extra, a lot of extra competition power on the game. Uh, and yeah, we don't want to that to be existing because it also adds a lot of noise. When you, for example, I mean, we already have visual effects like icons to indicate this bot cannot have a shield, this bot can have stuff. If we have this kind of health on top of the number of the health on top of everything else, it's just gonna be really unreadable to play in battle.
Cool. What about filtering options for bots? There's so many. We need easier ways to find and limit.
I
Limit.
mean, you already have some
I
of
think
these
it, I think they're
these
more asking
class.
for a search bar.
Not from the release. I don't think we're gonna have a search bar. In the future, that would be nice to have,
Mm.
but not straight away, I think. We have to kind of decide, like, this is the first draft. It can go live now. and we can some of us like continue working on the other cooler stuff, and then we can have another team which can keep improving some areas of the game, and do more polish. But at some point we have to make a decision like, that's good enough now. You need to go out because it is actually stopping us from actually doing a lot more interesting things that people, been waiting for years for a new proper game mode or a new proper game mechanics. So I think we need to dedicate to actually do that instead of adding an extra month or 2 months. Like, Bill was saying, like, if Yanis wants me, I can work on that. But anything that adds an extra thing, might an extra week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Like, you don't know how much. Like, you do something and then 3 weeks later you're still working on that stuff. So, fortunately, you have to prioritize and sometimes decide like what you want to do.
Cool. Nando Flores, this is a good question. Will this change? Will this change in UI continue to work well with our current devices, or will players with older devices be forced to upgrade?
Well, the devices we are testing with some of us are kind of like devices that launched like for the game like 7, 8 years ago, like iPhone 6s, like Samsung S6. It still works mostly okay. We are gonna be doing some, of course, performance tests and memory tests to ensure that everything is gonna be fine. But yeah, I mean, we are trying to test on those kind of devices. So if your device is much later, you shouldn't have any problem because the game is not it's not that heavy in a way, I guess, for some of the newer devices on the last 6 years, for example. The more problem we had was like iPhone, 6, where it had like 1 GB of RAM, and then we just couldn't, it just couldn't load all the apps after a point. It was just crashing.
Cool. People asking about the HQ Alliance fix because we did mention in January that
Uh,
we could, but we do have a new joiner.
we
It's
we
still
have
settling
we
in.
have a server developer, which is what we actually need in order to do that. Because the problem as I said, we had like if we were to reset any of the values in the donations, we need to nuke the whole contribution of the alliance during to do that level. So if you are mid-level or something and you have contributed and for some reason you have not finished as a Spark, if we were to change that, we will delete everything, and that's how it is at the moment. So he's gonna be working on that. I think as he gets to grip in the coming weeks, and we can release it and we can change it. It is, yeah. We do ask a lot of Spark. Hopefully, people can just keep contributing, and we are gonna change it. But unfortunately, we can't without impacting a lot of stuff.
Cool. I've got a very. We still got. Yeah, we got lots of time. Will you add more stats for bots? How many battles you won? Oh, this would be so cool. I love this idea. Like just like a new tab on like Nosecone or something like fact file. I've taken him into wars like 100 times. I probably lost like 99. I've won one. Just cool how much damage he's done for me, like lifetime. This would be so cool, no?
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, we need to find a place to put these stats. Secondly, to implement these stats. Third, I mean, it's a cool idea. It'd be nice to have, but I mean, you have to balance stuff like what do people really want? Do they want like more stats, or do they want something else to be doing? It's just hard. Like you have to pick something.
Oh, we have to pick. Someone says win-lose ratio is cool indeed, Dale. Dale, no. um, what else is being said in here? Cool. Any more questions, guys? It's called bot XP. That's how you know if a bot is good. Mm,
What?
somebody says it's called bot XP. That's how you know if a bot is good. Basically, because they've leveled it. Somebody's asking if previous avatars will come back into the game for those who didn't get it. Not sure at the
I
moment. I
think we
guess.
asked Hyro at some
Yeah.
point. No plan, but we will think about it.
Hmm, maybe they can
That's
come
I
back
think
in.
that's what he said. Yeah.
When will the Sword
Like
of
we can't
Balance
put.
come back?
We already said we don't know about that.
Cool. Anything else? I like the game, but it's I don't want to read that. To get everyone maxed out, lol. Yes, it's well. To be fair, it's got better, hasn't it? Leveling bots to 70 because we did a cut think it was about a year
It
ago
still
now.
takes
Where
time. It
yeah,
still
it still
takes.
takes
It's
time, but
easier
it's
to get to
easy.
60. It is much easier to get to 60 for sure. It is more painful to go to the higher levels. I mean, that's what I guess keep people playing, like leveling up takes time. We will in the future probably, increase it if we want to go to new HQs that will require new levels. Then we'll probably need to make it much easier, even more easier for people to get to some of these levels if they want to be kind of like, you know, it is hard. Like, you want to keep releasing HQ levels for people to have, more interesting, like, different gameplay and mechanics and all that. Which reminds me, we need to talk about HQ Phase 3 and 4. But yeah, like it becomes really hard for free-to players, especially, or people to just level up from 65 to 70 where you need the bots. So we need to be able to make it easier when we increase the challenge for them to be able to catch up and keep in line.
Cool.
It's HQ Phase 3. We are gonna be talking about it soon. It's on the way now. We are also working on Phase 4, which gonna introduce new defenses and new mechanics. So try to, change the thing, because for a lot of players it just becomes it's the same old, nothing has changed, even though we now have Prime Course and all of that. So that's all coming. This is the quick thing we can do to add new stuff in the defense in order to kind of like tweak the big game, and it's gonna come, I think, in the next. The HQ Phase 3 at least is gonna definitely come soon with new Prime Cores and new levels of some buildings. And HQ Phase 4, which is gonna be the most interesting, it's gonna probably be later on this year.
Yeah. Yeah. A
And
lot of people have been asking about it. Sorry, Jesse.
I was just saying that's the plan, yeah.
Yep, that's
Nice.
the plan. So you can see more powerful stuff coming up next, but on the other side, you will have more defense cores and more defense buildings maybe coming soon, so to balance it out. So yeah, we understand the game is getting a bit easier for top level players. But we are working on more defensive bots, maybe more defensive cores and more defense building soon.
Nice. And we have slightly run over time. Cool. But I am going to pitch you one question, and if the answer is that this is going to cost 50,000 cyber coins, I'm going to be very upset. How much is it going to be to combine to a 5-star Titan? Do you need all the bots? Is there a price?
Yeah, I
What?
imagine you need all the
Uh,
bots.
Wait,
For
no.
Ruination 5-star, how much is it going to be to, if I've got all the 5-star bots, do I just
What if
get
you're
the
gonna have the
5-star?
5-star bots? So if the 5-star bots, then you've already done the hard part of collecting all the 5-star bots. No, there won't be a premium cost. There probably will be some energon or something soft currency, but no, it's not gonna be premium currency to upgrade it. You already had the hard part is to collect all the 5-star bots, and that's a big ask for a lot of players. So no, you're not gonna have to spend premium on that.
Cool. Nice one. Thanks for answering that, and thank you everybody. I'm so sorry about the the start of the stream, but we got there in the end. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, and thank you to our 3 people in here for joining us today. Cool. I think people are asking for a longer stream. Maybe we'll see what the content
I
is
think,
like
yeah,
next time.
like
Longer.
Maybe.
I mean, I've been thinking about, because we're doing every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. There's so much content that like 1 hour is not enough. But I know it's also a lot to ask for people that actually stream is not our job. Like, we want to be here, we want to communicate it, but we at the same time it takes time out of me trying to fix stuff on the game, like Jesse and Vivek trying to make bots, and Dale do whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I know everybody's asking for drift, and it's like, well, I don't know if you've got the build, and we've overrun. I know everybody wants to see drift, but
So-
tune
Did we
into
not
our
mention-
content creators.
Oh, we didn't
Tune
mention
into
drift,
our
yeah.
content
Yeah,
creators.
just go to Waza stream, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go
Show
to
you
our
the
content.
bots, all the
It's the
fights
after
and
party.
everything, how it works. He's the streamer, yeah, depend on him. I also wanted to say bye to the rest of the Space Ape team, because I think our team is watching this stream just to see if something dramatic happens.
Are they?
Oh yeah, yeah, they were like live content.
texting us.
Yeah, we
Funny.
see.
Dale
We
hides.
see.
Okay.
They're all
All right.
watching.
Thanks
Cool.
everyone for joining us.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody, and we will see you very soon. Tune into Wazza, Freezius. They'll get all the content on, and they will do a big deep dive. So yeah, see you soon. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, goodbye.